So he's been waiting a long time, but I'd like to please welcome David Domke, please.
Thank you. Thank you so much for setting up the microphone. Good evening, I'm David Domke. I'm a professor at the University of Washington. I met Mark in 2014 when he participated in one of our civil rights trips. And after that trip, we made a deal that he didn't know about. That deal was that he would participate in subsequent pilgrimage trips, this interracial, intergenerational experiences to some of the most difficult places in the American story. And he would participate in those, and he would bring his heart and his guitar. And I would bring chocolate in my shorts, okay? And so I'm just honoring the bargain tonight, all right? I have prepared some remarks, but they really don't measure up to the moment. I have been fortunate to be a chair of the Department of Communication at the University of Washington for 10 years, and I will be done in 2 months. And I've been honored to preside or to lead or to speak at and then to shake hands at 10 of our graduation ceremonies. And Mark would be at the next one, but as just kind of like Mike Kirkland wasn't available for you when you went to see him that time, you're not available for that trip, right? For that experience. And so this is part of why we're about to kind of celebrate the graduation here. Okay? Because Mark can't be there, and Mark is always there for us. Right? So the least I could do would be to come here and put on my favorite outfit, okay? No, it really is, okay? So this is a graduation gown that honors the place where you get your final degree. And I got my degree at the University of Minnesota. And so these are the Minnesota colors. And I do stand out wherever I go when I wear this. And I wear it once a year at the graduation celebration. And this year I get to wear it twice a year. I've thought of 2 things here that I want to just share, and then we're gonna have the moment. The first is that I have been in a lot of public spaces and had the privilege and honor to speak in a number of places, but I don't think I've ever been more humbled and honored to be part of an experience than tonight. Yeah. Actually, a corollary to that is you work with some really cool people, Mark, and I have a kind of man crush on a couple of them right now, okay? Because if you can stand up and sing and move people your entire life, oh my gosh, what a gift that is. And you have moved me so many times in the time we've been together, which leads to the second thing I want to share. I cannot sing at all, not one bit. No, really, I can't, okay? People always say, sure you can. No, I really can't. And then they hear me and they're like, no, you really can't, okay? But Mark has always been generous in allowing me to sing and stand next to him during trips and experiences. And I've had the privilege to sing with you, Mark, in so many places. We have sang in the kitchen and church of First Baptist Church in Montgomery, Alabama, where the Freedom Riders spent the night in 1961 fearing for their lives and pushing us forward as a nation. I have sang with you, had the privilege to sing with you on a bus so many times in Alabama and Mississippi, and with many others on that bus singing while Carlton, our bus driver, navigated those roads and kept us safe, and we were able to just have that experience. A bus that was filled with diverse people that could not have traveled that road 50 or 60 years ago. But we had the privilege and honor because of the folks who've come before us to do that. And in fact, we had the responsibility as well. I've had the privilege to sing with you at the murder site of the 3 civil rights workers in 1964, of Mickey Schwerner, Andrew Goodman, and James Chaney, and to honor the killing of them that we will never forget as we fight for the equality that has not been achieved in this country. I've had the honor to sing with you, Mark, in so many hotel meeting rooms, okay? And those were wonderful. And I've had the honor to sing with you, so many more, but the last one I'll mention is in a little coffee shop in Selma, Alabama, where the owner, an African-American woman, now owns this coffee shop, and it has put some shelving in an area of the architecture where people who looked like her used to be served from outside the building when she was growing up. And she has welcomed us to that coffee shop, and we sang and you sang and we told stories. And that body of work, that body of journey is profoundly transformative to me and to so many people that have been part of that. And so when you decided that you wanted to go back to school, my response was, you never left. You never left. And tonight you've said a couple times, didn't graduate on time. No, I think you're graduating right on time. Yeah. And we've just had the joy, and so many thousands, perhaps millions of others have had the joy to go through those sets of kind of journey and classes with you, all right? So I joined the journey later on than all of you. You were going to be in the class of 69. I was in the class of 67, born then, okay? But we are 20 years old difference in age and a couple days, right? You're 72 and I'm 52. And if I can, at the age of 72, reflect upon my life and have lived it with the integrity that you have lived yours, then I will be gratified and feel that I've run the race the way it should be run. Yeah. I love you, Mark. Yeah. This is the way all we professors are. This is the way we talk to all our students, okay? Right? So, at the graduation ceremony at the University of Washington, one of the things that I say to the graduating students is that something that may appear to them at this point in their life, because they've been through college, as totally normal. Like they've been taking classes, they've gone to school for all these years, and so by that point, it may seem like no big deal that they're graduating, is actually a very big deal. And it is not a normal thing in the kind of communication notion of what normal is, in that most people in America do not graduate from college with a 4-year degree. They don't. About 25% of Americans before the age of 55 have 4-year degrees in America. That's it. So it might be normal to the world in which those students live at that point, but it's not. It's actually a very courageous act. Now, there are all kinds of reasons why people don't graduate. They don't graduate for all kinds of cultural and political and economic and family and institutional reasons, many of which are not good. But the reality is that some of them overcome all of that and still run the race all the way through. And so tonight, I think that we are celebrating that race, that moment, that pushing through all of this time, through the surgeries, through the life stories, through the families, through the songs. All of that is truly our privilege and honor to celebrate you tonight. Yeah. So I'm the bookend tonight to the two professors. Dr. Jody Nyquist has also been an incredible influence in my life, a mentor and a friend. And so she's the one that introduced me to Mark and Pat in 2014. That was a mistake you guys made, okay? And introduced me to them at that time. And so Jody and I would be honored to convey upon Mark his diploma tonight, all right? So Jody, would you come up, please? And then Mark, would you join us as well? It's like that moment when the vows are exchanged or something, right? So, Mark, can you maybe come in the middle of us or right here? We're kind of making this up right now because I haven't done too many graduation ceremonies from a public university in a church, okay? So, Mark, I just want to go with that language that you hear from the minister, by the powers invested in me, all right? By the powers invested in me by the University of Washington, Department of Communication, as the chair of the Department of Communication, we are honored to have you as a graduate and alum of our Department of Communication. Congratulations. Yeah.